All right, you guys. So most of the test is going to use Desmos. So I'm going to give you like the Desmos setup here. So Desmos setup on this page, okay? And then we'll type it in together. So we have to go ahead and change something on the test. So whenever you have a year, so the year does not type into the X. This is going to be a 0. This is going to be a 1, 2, and 3. All right, the Desmos does not understand years, so you want to kind of cross them out. And no matter what here, that's going to be 0, this is going to be 1, this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 3. No matter what happens. It could be 2017, it could be 3004, whatever. This is your 0 year. Now everything else stays the same, so we have 40,000. Now do not put any commas in the Desmos. You just put 42000, 46000, and then 44500. So we put this into Desmos on the first spot, right? So this is number 1. So my first spot on Desmos is the table, okay? The second spot is your y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b, and I'm going to type this into Desmos right now. All right, and then right here we need the m number, that's what it's asking for, and the b number. Okay, so pause the video and I'm going to show you what this looks like in your Desmos. I'm doing question number 1. My first slot is the table, my second slot is our squiggly formula. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and type this into your Desmos. All right, so now we typed it in. Remember, you go to plus, you add the item for the table, and then you have to type in your formula. Now the M number is 1750. That's going to go in my M spot here. The B number is positive because I have a plus 40,000. All right. So that means that my answer, he wants to stay as y equals, the M number goes first, 1750. Don't forget your X, and then positive because this is a plus because it's a positive 4,500. So this is what they're looking for. All right, so then my answer choice, the correct answer should be C. All right, so we're going to circle C to see which one matches. All right, so let's go to question number 2 is the same thing. So number 2, remember, you want to take out the year and you want to put 0, 1, 2, 3 for number 2. Okay, so my setup, my first thing, you're going to go ahead and just type it in. 0, 1, 2, 3. Type in your numbers, 55,001, 75,045, 95,087, and then that 115,087. Okay, there's a little typo on this one. All right, don't worry about it. So again, on number 2, guys, again, you have your y1 squiggly, and x1 plus b. And again, it's asking what is my m number, what is the b number. All right. So type that in to see which one of these matches. There is a typo. This should be a 3 right here. Just to let y'all know, on this one, the 20,000, it's just 20,000. There should be a 3. So just don't worry about that. Just match it with the other numbers. Let me show you the Desmos. All right, so we put it in Desmos. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we have our numbers. So we're just gonna match these right here. And then the M number goes first, and then the B number goes second. So look at your M number. That goes first, and then you have a plus because this is a positive, and then your all right, so you put A, B, C, or D. So these are the same. So go down to number 5. Actually, no, number 6. So this one, remember, change the year. It's the same setup. You're not doing anything different. Get rid of these. It doesn't matter what it is. And then start off with 0. Okay, you have to start with your 0 first. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is your X, and then this is your Y. And right here, we're looking for the R number. So not the M or the B, we're looking for the R. So type this into decimals, right? Just like always, the same thing. Okay, now, so we're not looking at the M and the B number, we're looking at the R number. So my R number is negative 0.09. Okay, those are my numbers right here. Started with 0 through 6, just like we did here, 0 through 6. Put your numbers. So R is negative 0.09. So if I look here, this does not match, so I can't do that one. Can't do that one. All right, I have negative 0.09, that's good, and this is good. So now, which one is weak and which one is strong? So remember, more than 0.70 equals strong. All right, less than 0.70 equals weak. All right. I have 0.09. So this is like 9 cents negative. So I have a negative correlation, and it's weak because 0.09 is less than 0.70. So it's like money. So the answer is going to be B. Okay. You can do the same thing on number 5. So this is the star test. This is the number 5. So all of the numbers here, these are the X numbers and these are the Y numbers, okay? So you have to type a lot. There's a lot. So all these are going to go right here, X. 41, 70, 21, all the top numbers, 34, 10, 92, 54, 24, 10, 35. Sorry, so all these numbers have to be 42 and 66. And then the bottom ones have to be the Y numbers. So just type it into decimals, all right? And right here, you're looking for the R number. Okay, if the R number is positive, you put positive. If it's negative, you put negative. All right, remember, so look at the decimal. More than 0.70 is strong, less than 0.70 is weak. So type all this into decimals and then find out what your answer is. Okay, write it down. R is what? All right, number 7, guys. Again, decimals. It's the same thing. You want the M and the B. All right, decimals is the M and the B. Okay. Here, the same thing. Decimals, M and B. So just type it in. So you don't have to change anything, guys. Keep this as good. Don't put a 0 here. You don't have to change it. You only change it when it has the years. So this is okay. Just put in decimals. All right. Now we do have a new formula for number 9. So we're going to look at number 9. All right. When you're ready, let's go to number 9 to do this together because we have a new formula. And it's a really easy formula. It's just something new. All right, so for the new formula, we're just gonna do the setup. So the number 1 spot is the same. The first part of the formula is the same thing. So you're gonna put your 3, your 6, 9, and 12. Then you have your 25, 85, 168, and 205. Okay, so all this is gonna go into your decimals. Okay, so I haven't changed anything yet. Now on number 2, you still need your squiggly formula on this part. So y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. So that's the same. Okay, let me show you on the decimals. So if you look here, everything's the same. You put your y1, y2. Make sure it says y1, y2. Put your numbers, put your squiggly formula. Now we're going to type in a new one right here. Okay? So I want you to just put a regular y equals. So I have a regular y equals formula. You're going to type in m right here, and then you're going to put some parentheses. Okay? In the parentheses, we have to put a number the question asks for. So it says, all right, the table shows number of bacteria at different times during the linear function to model the data. So at 3 hours, I had 25 bacteria. 6, I had 85. 9, I had 168. 12, I had 205. Which best predicts, this is worded wrong, guys. Which is the best prediction for 24 hours? So I want 24 hours. I don't have a 24. So this is what they're looking for. I want to put a 24 in the X so I can get my answer. So the way I do that, the number 3 spot, you're going to put y equals m parentheses. I'm going to put that 24 because this is the X part plus b. And then I'm going to get my answer. So go with that y equals m. So type in your 24 where the X is. Close the parenthesis and then put plus b. So in 24 hours, I'm going to have 463.4 bacteria. Okay. So 463.4. Now some people say, Mr. S, can we put 40 like money? That's okay. But I think on the test, I think it's going to round it to 463. I think. I'm not sure. Because the 4, if this was a 5 or more, it'll be 64. But this is a 4 or lower, it stays as a 63. Okay? So that's the new formula. You have to look at the question. It says, what is this X number? We don't know. The Desmos does it for us. It's always going to be y equals m parentheses plus b. Okay, if you look on the board, let me show you the boards in the classroom. All right, so in the classroom, we have our table. That's the first one. You need to have the y squiggly. You need to put this on number 2. And then on number 3, that's where you put your new formula. This is the number that we have to look for. Okay? So number 11 is the same thing. Okay? So this is the X, where it says the hours. This is the Y, where it says the money. So that's my table. You have your squiggly. And then now it says, based on the table, what is the prediction of the amount Andre earned after 10 hours? So when he's working, he's making money. 0, he has $0. 1 hour, he has 16. 2 hours, he has 35. So you notice it's increasing. But the third formula they need, the one that's on number 3, is going to be y equals, all right? This is going to be m parentheses 10 plus b. Okay, we're going to put that. So put your table into Desmos, right? X, Y table, and you need to have that squiggly as number 2. All right, that's why I look on both of them, guys. If y'all noticed, number 2 has to have that little squiggly formula. Number 1 table, number 2 squiggly, number 3 is your M formula. This one. Let me zoom out. Too close. There you go. So see what it looks like in Desmos? All right, so I have all my numbers in the table. Remember, you go to plus, add item, put table, type it in. Number 2, I have to have the squiggly here on number 2, and then on number 3, I need to type it in. Y equals, regular Y equals, M parentheses, and then the numbers 10 plus B. 10, close the parentheses, you hit shift, close parentheses, plus B. And then we have $145.82, okay? So if I write that as the answer, $145.82. Now I think this is because this is a 5 and above. It's going to round it to $146. I think it's in whole numbers for the test. All right, I'll let you know if it's in whole numbers or you keep it in like cents. Okay, makes sense because this is whole numbers. Whole numbers. I think that's the way it's going to go. 46 because this is 8. It's bigger than, it's 5 and bigger. So the ones that don't need Desmos, all right, like number 10, this does not need a Desmos, but get your ID, and we want to draw a line that goes through all the points. So don't draw a line down here, don't draw a line up here. We want to draw a line, some on the top, some on the bottom, something like this. So get like a ruler or ID or something, draw your line. Okay, that's good. So now this is going in an up direction. I'm going up, that means it's positive. So if this is positive, my R number needs to be positive. So this is not good, it's negative. This is not good, it's negative. Now the dots are kind of close together. They're not perfect, but they are close. this is going to be a strong. All right. Now remember your notes, guys. More than 70. All right. If it's more than 70, it's strong. So I need for something more than 0.70. Is that 0.08 or is that 0.8? Now, guys, if you're confused, put this as an 80. So that's like 80 cents. This is 8 cents. Which one is strong? Which one is more than 70 cents? Okay. Now, if we create this line, this becomes linear. So that means it is a function. So y'all have to type this down. You have to get your answer. All right. This is a strong positive. And yes, this is a function because, all right, yes, because it is linear. It doesn't matter for the positive or negative. It can be going up or it can be going down. It makes a straight line. The straight line is linear, so it is a function. Yes. Check. All right. If it's going down negative, that's okay. If it's still a straight line, that's the important part. All right. So straight line. That's the important part. Doesn't matter for positive or negative. For the function, positive and negative doesn't matter. It's just straight line or not. All right. The last ones are not math questions, but they're logic questions. That's over here in the front. So causation. All right, this one makes sense. Makes sense 100% of the time. All right. Now the other one, this one over here says association. So there's a difference between causation and association. So it says association, but not causation. The important part is not causation. So if causation says it makes sense 100% of the time, not causation means does not make sense. Does not make sense all the time. So does not make sense all the time. Sorry guys, sorry I ran out of space. So the important thing is does not make sense. Causation makes sense. Okay. So when you go to the river, do you get wet? Do you have to jump inside of the river? You do not have to jump. No. If you jump in school, do your classmates jump too? So if you jump, does everyone have to jump? 100% of the people? Nope. If you carry an umbrella to school, does that mean it's raining outside when you carry an umbrella? No. But if you don't brush your teeth, are you going to get cavities? Now, it might take longer, but if you don't brush your teeth, everyone is going to get a cavity, right? Maybe it'll take one cavity, maybe it'll be a lot. But you will get a cavity because you're not brushing your teeth. Now, an association, it says does not make sense. Okay? All the time, right? All the time. So like here, look, I think B is the best one. The more water that you put, the more gallons of water into an aquarium, the weight of the aquarium increases. So if you put more water, does the aquarium weight also increase? Yes, that makes sense. So that is not the answer. We want does not make sense. Okay. The amount of time that you run increases, the distance increases. So if you keep running, are you going to go farther and farther? Yes, that makes sense, but we're not looking for something that makes sense. It does not make sense. Does not make sense 100% of the time. So if you charge your phone battery, that means you can use it longer. This one says the number of spectators. So the more people that watch a game, the more wins you get, right? So the more people watch, the more wins. Does that make sense? And this one says the more charge, the more time you have on the phone, the more charge you have, the more time you have. Which one does not make sense? And that's the answer.